Hey everyone, it's Sarada and I scribble. 5 hours. 5 hours and I'm still not done. I can't believe it. I was so sure this would only be a two-parter, but I have so much footage at this point that I can't... I like to keep my videos short, and 5 hours of footage is a lot for a short video, so I'm gonna cut it here. I have the shading left, which I actually want to spend some time on, and when I stopped recording I was actually feeling kind of drawn out, so I don't think I would have made a very good job of it anyway, so I'm kind of glad that I'm cutting it here. Anyway, quick about the drawing. As you could see at the start, I redid Haruka's pose completely. Her pose was the exact same as the one Mayra has, except she was turned slightly more towards the viewer, so I decided to change it up. And it took a while because I don't draw big pictures like this anymore, and I like spending a lot of time on my drawings. I redo a lot of lines. I tend to be very critical and unsatisfied with what I do. Like when I was younger and had more time to just sit and draw, I would draw so much and I would be fast. I'm not fast anymore because I don't draw as often. So, especially digitally. I mean, I draw on paper a lot, but doing it digitally, I feel like I've gotten very slow. But anyway, so I worked my way over from Tsukino, working on Sigma now, and then I do Mayra and lastly Haruka. And then I go in and put down all the flat colors as well, and that will be the end of this video. But anyway, I want to talk a little bit about where I'm at with my little art difficulties block. It's not technically art block because I'm still drawing, I'm just feeling unmotivated and uninspired. I've sort of been talking with people and sort of analyzing myself and what I'm thinking about my art, and I think I've come to a few conclusions as to why I'm a little bit unhappy about it right now. And one part of it I realized is because I haven't been doing as much free drawing as I did before. Like, I was looking at some of my older sketchbooks, like from last year, and I had a lot of people drawings and just characters and stuff like that. And then I looked at my most recent things, and there were huge gaps between each drawings, and there were a lot of finished drawings and not so many sketches, so I think I just haven't been spending enough time just doodling and sort of, and I think that contributed, I'm sorry about my chair, but I think that has also contributed to the fact that my drawings are so stiff, because I just haven't been doing these loose sketchy things that I did before. And then another thing as well is that I've set goals at the beginning of this year, at the end of last year actually. I set some art goals for myself for this year, and I thought that would be fun, and I think I've sort of pressured myself to work on everything at once, and not thinking that these goals are for the entirety of 2017, but thinking of them more as I have to do everything I've made goals of. So I've been trying to work and plan to do everything, and I guess that's good, but I've sort of tried to cram everything in at once and it's just not working. I sort of just stopped instead of moving forward. So I think I'm gonna have to sort of just plan a little bit better, sort of schedule it out over months instead of weeks, that I will work on backgrounds here and I will work on more character studies here. Of course, this is things you should practice on every day, but I'm gonna have to schedule myself a little so that I don't get more overwhelmed than I already am. A little more on the picture as I'm looking at it. I like it a lot. I really do. I like how my way of drawing bodies has evolved. Like, I had a very uniform style before, where the only thing that changed, especially for girls, the only thing that changed would be boob and hip size, basically. But here you can pretty clearly see how Sigma is not curvy per se, she is more athletic. I still need to work a bit more on that. I'm not quite sure about her as well, because she is bordering athletics. She is a cheerleader, and she's also tall, so her muscle build is kind of hard for me. And then you can see Mayra, she's a lot thicker, chubbier than the other girls. And then we have Haruka, who is sort of she's tall with big boobs, but then she's also sort of slender. So that is, I like how my body types have changed and evolved, and Skino is her usual short and skinny self. I fixed her shoulders, by the way. It was very easy. I needed to clean up the sketch because I had sketched her shoulders so much that it just became one thick bold line and I couldn't see the shape anymore. So when I cleaned up the sketch, it actually showed her shoulders a lot smoother and softer. So yes, I'm happy about that. And there was something else. Yes, about this drawing, because here's the thing. Usually when I draw Tsukino, Mayra, and Sigma, I draw them the way they look during their high school years. So Sigma is like 17, 18 here, and Tsukino and Mayra are 16, 17, closer to 17, and this is what they look like during high school. Haruka, however, doesn't enter the story until she is 19, and she is a year younger than Tsukino and Mayra, so technically I'm having a bit of a timeline clash going on in this picture. It doesn't matter too much because it's not really story related. But if I was to put this in context, then if Haruka is 19, Sigma would be 21 and Tsukino and Mayra would be 20. But that isn't happening here, so. Either way, this video is over. And I'm going to say thank you so much for watching, and I will probably give you part 3 next week so you don't get too bored with me continuing the same drawing for 3 videos in a row. Thank you so much for watching. Please do, if you haven't, take a moment to subscribe. You can hit that button, join in for more fun art videos. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at @SaradaScribbles. Links to those will be down below, as well as to my Etsy, my Tumblr, and my Redbubble store. Check those out if you'd like. Until next time, keep on scribbling, friends. Bye!